How's this for a view? Is this pretty good? Yeah, it is, Matt. We don't have to look at you. Oh, come on. Why you gotta be so mean? Figured this is our best camera angle for this approach. String ferrules. String ferrules help keep the direct tension off of the wood. Think about it. You have that tight piece of wire and it's going to be pulling into the wood and underneath. And what's really going to happen over time is it's going to go out of tune. So these create a kind of little pouch, a little pocket for that string to fit into. Now, they are pre-drilled. And when you go to put them in, do they slide in like that? Okay, that's good. However, there might be some junk in there. There might be some oil. There might be some paint, whatever you did to apply finish to your neck. So you may have to drill those holes. What could be tough is what size. So be real careful when you do that. The other thing, as you notice, I'm struggling here. This is not as easy as you would think. The other thing is these holes may have swollen a little, right? Add a liquid to wood, it's going to swell. So that may have happened as well. So if you run into any issues, look, that one went in, no problem. Double check those kinds of things. All right, that whole work smarter, not harder thing, right? I don't have a scratch awl. I have this tiny screwdriver, though, to put this on here, and that could help. So if you had a scratch awl or a center punch to help kind of hold that thing, because if you have kind of bigger fingers or something, it might be tough. Look at how much easier these are going. Okay, awesome. We have our 3 guitar strings. If you can't tell which one's thickest, medium, and thinnest, digital or analog calipers, measure them. The markings are on the envelope, so you know which one's which. But just like a regular guitar, if you will, your thicker one is going to go to the left, which you could call your bass side, right? So for now, I'm just going to feed these through. And now my medium is going to go in here. And now my last one into that guy. Okay, that we should do before we install the strings is your bridge, and we can just line that up and we could just make a mark on here. And again, if you wanted to make a notch, like with a file on here for the string to go in there, you could do that, or we can just let it sit on. We're just about ready to feed our strings through, send them into our tuning machines and start tightening them. But one of the things I'm noticing is if you look at my plywood nut, it has holes, right? So I'm assuming we bring the string up, feed them through that holes. But if you look in your manual, their nut has a slot cut into it. So I'm not sure if they're suggesting that I take a little saw and cut into that, or a file, or is this a different style than what's shown in the book? I'm not sure, so we're just going to wing it for now and see what happens. All right, with the bridge, we talked about marking it and those slots. That could come into play later if we're determining our string height, our action. That might be where, if you need your action a little lower, I can cut a little slot to bring that string down. All right, so next step is stringing this guy up. All right, time to start stringing this up. One of the best things you can do is get yourself a string winder, no matter what kind of guitar you're making. And when you go to pick these up, they're usually right at the cash register, right at your music store. Make sure it can do this. Seems simple, right? I bought them where this is not a good seam or joint, whatever you want to call it. And I ended up throwing them out because you're trying to turn it and it's not working. All right. When you go do this, stem guitar coworker, my buddy, my brother, Doug Hunt, once gave a great piece of advice. Make sure the holes in your tuning machines are all pointing this way. That way the strings can just come up and go through it. It's going to make your life so much easier. Down here, let's see if I can get it on camera. I measured in 2 inches, and in Sharpie, I made a mark that my bridge will go on top of. That way I know where that bridge is supposed to sit, and the bridge should be covering it. All right, so we've changed location. I got comfortable, took my apron off, excuse the pants, they're my painting pants. Kind of works though, right? Here we are, baby. We're stringed up. Not exactly sure of the tuning. I was just using an app on my phone, which is what I'm using to record this too. That's why you can't video me tuning it. But I think it's pretty close. Bridge is in the right spot. I didn't snip the end of my wires yet, just because I'm not completely sure of my final setup yet, because I'm not really a player, so I'm not quite sure. But we're making sound, which is pretty cool. I have my little amp here, so let's give that a try as well. Sweet, sweet music. Now, one of the things I did notice is volume-wise, on a guitar, you got your volume or your tone, right? But on this guy, you'd have to do it right on your amp. But that's pretty cool how it can pick up all that and picking up the vibration and everything. Awesome. What a cool project, right? I hope you enjoyed the videos. I really enjoyed working with you and recording these and doing this. And maybe the next one will turn out even better, and maybe we'll even start doing some custom ones. So be in touch with STEM Guitar, guitarbuilding.org. Stay in touch with all of us on the team. If you want to stay in touch with me personally, Matt Peitzman, STEM Guitar team member, Pembridge High School in Percy, Pennsylvania. You can look me up that way as well. And let me know what you think. Tips, tricks, if we got to re-edit videos, whatever we need, be in touch with us, because that's the only way we can get better. And be in touch with your cigar box guitars so we can brag about it. And me personally, and I know the other guys on the team too, we would love to see what you're doing out there. That's what STEM Guitar is all about. Us helping each other and implementing this really cool project and idea out there. So again, be in touch, stay in touch, give me your suggestions, tell me what I did wrong, tell me what I did right, what you liked, what you didn't like, and let's just build this thing together and keep going and keep STEM alive nationwide. And thanks to NSF always for their support of our project. All right, see you on the next set of videos.